Hey guys, I'm Blake, and this is one of the few Isuzu Elfins and the only factory left-hand drive known to exist. It's a factory 1¾ ton 4-cylinder naturally aspirated diesel with a hand crank and a 4-on-the-tree manual from 1965. It's easily the quirkiest truck I've ever seen in my life. That's right, a hand crank. Being a diesel motor with higher compression, we assume that this hand crank is more for timing than anything else. These trucks were never sold in the US, which is even stranger because this truck, the history that we know so far, is it comes from Hawaii. We don't know how it got there. Our assumption is that the government direct ordered just a few of these into Hawaii, and then once their use was over, they sold it to the public. Here's some English advertising of the Isuzu Elfin. Complete with a standard 8-foot bed ready for 1¾ tons of carrying capacity, a sliding split rear window, and split ring rims with your standard tubes and everything else. You also have your fairly typical and standard Japanese style fender mounted mirrors on each side of the truck. Let's go through the starting procedure from within the cab. To start with, we want to turn our key to run. Once in run, we can actuate our glow plugs, but since it's a really nice day, we won't need to do that. As we crank, you'll see that this light will come on here, notifying you that you can use this start assist down here, which will enrich in the fuel inside of the injection pump. We also won't need that today. And then you want to just make sure that your throttle plate cutoff shutoff for the truck is pushed in, otherwise it won't have any air and won't start. With all that said, no further ado, let's go. And there you are, started. Now let's go for a little ride just around the parking area. As it's a 4-on-the-tree, you have first, second, third, fourth, and then all the way back and down is reverse. So let's go on a little drive. Pull away in a super low first gear. Get some speed. It's synchronized, so we can shift to second. And then let's even go to third. You can barely see, but the gauges do work. Now we can reverse. As you can imagine, there's no power steering. Do it again. Second. And third. From within the cab with the truck running, I'd like to show you guys some unique features. Namely, this throttle control from within the cab. That'd be useful if you had a PTO or something where you wanted to control the speed, or maybe you were using the truck as a generator. You spin it to control the throttle. Let me show you. This will increase the throttle. As you can see, the throttle's gone up. You can let it sit here and do whatever it needs to do. And then we can set her back down. Back down to our normal idle. While we're here too, I'd like to go over the stopping procedure with this throttle plate cutoff. Like I mentioned, this is just a throttle plate that's sitting inside of the air intake manifold that's going to cut all air off to the engine and effectively shut it off. You just pull it to shut off the truck. At which point you are stopped and you can turn your key back to off and go on with your day. Now let's take a look at the interior of this truck. To start with, I'd like to show off how much they've expanded the legroom and interior by making this a 4-on-the-tree manual. And we can also see, if we zoom in here, this truck has the optional heater / defrost. Those are both nice to have. You can see the gauge clusters we've talked about. We have the cold start assist with the light, our manual throttle control from within the cab, lights, wipers, our glow plug actuator, the ignition. A little lower we can see our shutoff for the truck, the manually pumped windshield wiper fluid, and a little cigarette lighter. A unique feature I don't see on many trucks is these little vents you can open up. You have one here and one behind there on the other side of the truck. In this corner here you can see that little nub there. That's a knob to open up the corner cowl vents. Same with this side over here. On the floor you'll see your bright control button. That'll set your brights up. We'll show what that looks like here with the center light on the dash. Here's a little shot of what that red light looks like. It's going to be dim because we're in daylight, but you can see it does turn on. You have your glove box, your center box, or I suppose just a little container and ashtray. The nice Elfin logo right there in the center. You have your Japanese style mirrors from within the cab, the top mirror, and then you have a sun visor. It's pretty standard beyond that. Some other features specific to this truck I'd like to show off is the battery, which is accessed underneath the seat here, underneath that cover. You have a latch here and a latch up front. You pop those off and pull that. Get to your battery. We have our parking brake, our emergency brake, on the left side of the driver, which is a bit interesting for a left-hand drive truck. And behind the seats where they store all the goodies. This is where you'll find your hand crank, the rod, and the lever that support this factory jack. I don't know if you can tell, but the original Isuzu logo is on there in Japanese. Some other miscellaneous tools and stuff that I store back here with some oil. You have your horn button right in the center too. I don't know if I mentioned that. And this, at some point they cut the top ring off. I'm not sure why. At the rear of the truck, we can take a closer look at that original Hawaii registration. Now we got this unique bumper with the rear headlights. Something I like is the way they did this tailgate mechanism for latching. On each side you just release this. And you let the tailgate come down with its original chains, much like any other truck in the day, which exposes your standard 8-foot bed, ready for 1 3/4 tons of carrying capacity. If we step underneath the truck, we can get a closer look at that pretty big pumpkin for a truck of this size, and the spare tire. Since we're not pushing a lot of horsepower though, it doesn't matter too much. This truck also has double acting hydraulic brakes and pretty big drums on all 4 wheels, including the front. On the passenger side, we'll find the fuel door. And then underneath is a ammo box someone had welded on in the past just as storage. Here's a close-up of those split ring rims and the standard factory Isuzu logo right in the center on these full float axles. There's a close-up of that original badging, in English no less. You have the diesel badge and then the Elfin badge. If we go to the front of the truck, we can see the original Isuzu logo in Japanese. Back in the engine bay, we can get a closer look at some of the unique features of this 2.2-liter naturally aspirated diesel. The first unique feature I'd like to point out is the fact that the injection pump is pneumatically actuated through a difference in pressure in the intake manifold. You have a throttle valve right in there, and then you can see these two lines that go around and back down to the back diaphragm of this injection pump, which controls the throttle. Beyond that, this motor makes about 62 horsepower and 101 foot-pounds of torque. In my experience, at about 5,000 plus feet altitude here in Colorado, this truck in total gets 23 mpg. Some other cool notes: the glass fuel filter housing. If it'll focus, I suppose it might not. Hard to see. The original Isuzu logo right there on the top of the valve cover, and it's Japanese. We have the horn here. If we move around, we can see the original bag that would have held the windshield wiper fluid that's manually pumped. We have the air intake. Get a little bit of a look at the throttle linkage there. You have the hand throttle cable, and then the foot throttle down there, which go into the throttle body right there. You have the brakes over there. Other than that, it's pretty much standard issue stuff you'd find on most motors. We'll conclude with a little bit of the drive home, just showing off that 4 on the Tree manual. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and maybe learned a little bit about a really unique, funky truck.